Hey Barry, hey Pete, are you there?
His name is.
Hey Barry.
What's up, yo? What's up?
Not thought I was late, but I was.
We had a painter upstairs and I've been talking to him and got carried away.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Picasso?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like my neighbor. I said I was painting and she goes, "Oh, well, what are you painting? Like a picture?" And I go, "No, the wall."
Again?
Yeah. Stand right there. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, so Gim's not coming because he's going with his granddaughter today. And David Krippner's trying to put together something, piece of furniture or something. So he doesn't
Yeah.
know if he's gonna make it. So you just got me. I mean, what more could you want?
Yeah. Yeah. 10 to 4. So yeah.
But Billy, we struggling with making connections and flights to New Haven.
Yeah. You struggled or you struck out.
We're struggling right now. Dottie's working on it right now as we speak.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the one I talked to Danny, and he gave me y'all's connections. And the problem I had with it is if I didn't get to go with y'all at the same time as y'all, that little airport that's an hour out of New Haven, it's a pain in the ass to get to New Haven unless you rent a car because they have to take a bus to even get to the train from
Well,
there.
they have a shuttle from that airport to New Haven.
Oh, they do? Okay. All right. I know, but
Hey, Peter.
Hey,
guys,
there he is. How's
how's
everything?
everyone?
How's everything in Florida?
Oh, it's hot.
Well, it's Florida in August, Pete.
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah. And you still got DeSantis, huh?
Hey, we got an all New Orleans crew on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time it's mostly New Orleans, it seems like. I think they should have the reunion wherever the most people show up for the Zoom.
Yeah, good idea.
okay. Well, I got
I
but Pete, we got this one picture that somebody gave me. You'll like it.
Oh yeah.
You look really good there.
For a change.
Last year when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's when Mike looked like a chipmunk
Yeah.
without a beard.
Johnson, Steve, Mike, and Pete Babcock.
hmm
Do you have that one? You want me to send it to you?
I have it.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
That's just a good one of you. You look really happy,
Yeah.
engaged.
All right.
It's a good one of H too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentry and Associates.
I think
Yes,
somebody
maybe
told
Bart.
me once. Yeah. I think somebody told us once what that 23 on the 10 means or something. Or maybe not.
23 should do.
Well, I got that.
Oh well.
Peter, that was that Florida festival, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
Peter, what I want to know is why did Peter Babcock have white pants on, the rest of y'all had black? What's with that?
That was more than yesterday, so I don't know.
Trying to figure that out.
There he is. White pants, and he's kneeling on them, so you know they're dirty.
Yeah.
Maybe to match his hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
let
got his,
everybody think he was a leader.
well, he's got his Wicked Witch of the West socks on.
I tell you what, God rest his soul, but he was a piece of work, man.
He was.
Explain, Barry. What is that?
Well, he was always on stage. I would
Okay.
sit here, he'd come visit me. We'd sit right here in my garage, just me and him, and he was on stage for me. In
That's
other
funny.
words, if Tom, if me and you were sitting in my garage you would be, I would be on stage, you would be on stage. We'd be two guys
Right.
sitting around shooting the shit. With Peter, he was always on stage telling jokes, and he was always on.
Mhm.
Pete, don't you think that's true?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I bet he drove his wife crazy.
Well, I don't think he was married. I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
I think he tried being married a few times, and it
Yeah.
didn't work out.
No, there's a local performer here in New Orleans named Wayne Daggerpont, but everybody calls him Uncle Wayne. He's like that too. I've never seen him where he wasn't on. You know, I said, God, I need to bottle some energy like that. It's like where you at least part of the time, you know.
Well, I've been looking at this a lot. This is the mustache before it was the mustache. And I looked it up, and it's Jack Teagarden played here. This was his last concert. It was a dance hall. I just thought it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is where where we had the beer window.
When did they put the second story on it?
That's what I was wondering, because I was wondering if it was. I guess it can't be up there, because
No, it's not there. I mean, they got an antenna on
here's the
top of it.
clarity over here.
Yeah, no, they had a second floor all the way across.
And a balcony, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They must have added it after the Dream Room, obviously.
Yeah.
It takes
Yeah.
an act of Congress though to add things or change things in the French Quarter. So they must have had to pull
Now,
some
but
stuff.
back in the 50s, it was easier, probably.
Yeah.
It just looks so different.
Yeah.
The
It looks
sidewalk
better.
looks narrower. It's just, but these vents and stuff all look the same. I remember those.
Yeah. Mhm. Heck, the marquees might even still be the same, you know, that are
Yeah.
on the front wall. But no, I would say it looks a lot better with the balcony and the iron post coming down, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oops,
All right.
things
I
are falling on my.
just wanted to throw that in.
We've been getting an assortment of storms here on and off today, and I just hear some things bouncing off the roof again. So that's the joy of living in the middle of 120-foot pine trees.
Hey, Snake.
Hey,
Hey, Snake.
Howdy, Snake.
Snake?
how you doing?
Are you
Can you
doing
hear
good?
Can you hear me?
You look, yeah, you look
we
like
can
you're
hear
in a
you
different.
good.
Are you in a different place today?
No?
No, I thought you were in a different room or something. Okay, no, it's the same.
Well,
Yeah.
I moved the camera a little and
He moved the
okay.
Penthouse magazines from over here.
Yeah. So did you get any of that flooding they had in Denver?
no, but I did get a great big, must have been that big around tree came down and missed my house by 2 feet.
Ooh.
Wow.
Neighbor's house got hit. But
Yeah.
and they still haven't taken it away. It's a mess. And I'm still
Yeah.
working on
Hey, Dottie,
hi
Hey,
Dottie.
Dottie.
Hey, Dot.
Hey, Dottie.
Hey,
what you
So
got? What you got us to drink?
oh, Trader Joe's sparkling blueberry lemonade.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Flavor. It's not even real stuff.
I think with a little rum in that, you might have something.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. Get some detail. I'm just telling Barry I'm leaving, but I want to get some details about Newark. You're going into
Okay.
Newark.
Yeah, that's what I thought would be the best is to fly to Newark. There's a lot more options. And I saw a flight that actually gets there the day of the reunion in Newark at nine something in the morning from New Orleans, nonstop. It's on Spirit Airlines. It goes from New Orleans, it leaves at 5 something and gets to Newark at 9 something. And that there was trains from Newark for $17 to go to New Haven.
So where do you pick up the train? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The train's in Newark. I mean, I don't know my way around. Yeah, I don't know no way around Newark, but I think there's a shuttle that takes you from the airport to the train station,
Perfect.
and then you get on because that's what my plan was, to go the day of and get there before check-in time, and then leave the Friday after.
Okay. I'm gonna look at that because that's what I was trying to figure out. How do you get from to the train station or to the connect?
Yeah, I just read up on it. I think they said there was a shuttle that takes you from the airport.
Okay,
And the train, I think they said the trains run about every hour too, so it's not like you got to wait 4 hours for the next one or something.
right. Okay, thank you. It was a shuttle. That works. All right. Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye,
Okay, Dottie.
Daddy.
Bye.
Good luck, Dot.
Thank you.
Now the
She's
price of the when I first started checking that thing about a week and a half ago, it was 108 round trip. Now it's up to 140 something round trip.
Oh.
So the prices are
still cheap. It's still cheap.
yeah, but it's 70 something dollars for a bag, a carry on.
Right. Right. There's all kinds of add-ons.
Yeah.
And then now that Daddy's gone, you can light up a cigar.
Last time I
I'm
checked,
planning on lighting up one in
Yeah.
a second.
I told
Last
Bonnie if
time
I can get her a big enough bag and to store her in a thing, I can get her on for $70, you know.
last time I
Yeah.
checked, it was about 800 from here.
Wow.
Are you going, Snake?
I'm trying. I
Well,
got
you know, the way I look at it, I'm trying myself. Dottie's in there working on it, and Danny's working on it. And it might cost some money, but I have a feeling this might be the last time the mustache gets together.
Yeah.
you're right.
I have that feeling.
That's
'Cause
why I'm
it's so
trying hard.
difficult this time, you know, and we're not getting any younger, you know.
Yeah, think.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last time, you know. I mean, I look back at it for Danny and I, and probably for you guys too, as far as playing music, from the musical part of it. If it wasn't for the mustache, that got us our start, you know.
Yeah.
I think Gene made a lot of nice comments last week when he was on. Gene, did I get his name right? He was here last week.
Oh,
I'm bad
no,
with
not
names.
Gene. You're thinking of Neil DeFeo.
Neil, no, yeah, he was here last week. Yeah, he made a lot of nice comments about pretty much what we all say about. Heck, I haven't even been to one high school reunion, but I get together with you guys at the drop of a hat, you know. So
That's right. Yeah. And
Peter,
this is
you
the
going?
last
Pete?
blowout, you know.
Peter, you going?
No, I'm not. Daddy, I got an email that Neil Untersteyer's wife passed away. Is that true?
Who?
Neil Undersera passed away?
His wife.
I don't
Jean.
know. I don't know.
I hope not, because his daughter's getting married the week after the reunion.
Neil Undersera? No,
No,
we're
that
talking
was
about Neil
Neil
Undersera, not
Oh,
Neil
okay.
yeah,
DeFeo.
I get names mixed up too.
Yeah, I'm getting old, you know.
I get
Anyway, I would be sad if I missed this because I have a feeling it's the last get together.
Yeah, I'm trying like hell.
Yeah.
The connections from Denver aren't real good.
Well, New Orleans is tough too. That's what Danny and Dottie are working on for the last 2 days.
Well, did you try like from Denver to like Newark or something like that? Because
Uh,
Newark seems to be a big hub.
And Newark has a shuttle.
Newark has a train that takes 2.5 hours to get there. It costs $17.
Oh shit!
That's what I've been reading. Yeah.
But you got to get to the train station.
Yeah, but it runs about every hour, so it's not like you gotta, according to what I read, you don't have to like make a connection. If you're not there, you gotta wait another 4 hours or something.
Well, the good news when you travel in single, it's cheaper too.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
if you find out anything about it, send me an email.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All I've been doing is that I just Google it, and I found it. It's I think it's an Amtrak,
Okay.
and then
Very-
the airport, the Newark airport to the train station. I think it's called. I can't remember the name of it. You see, I'm still up in the air, and I just wanted to find out if I'd be able to get a refund if I can't go at the last minute. Because there's everything going on here, everything from hurricane season to my wife's father we're taking care of, and also my grandkids. I'm the first up with them, getting them back and forth to school. So if I can't get all that stuff arranged, it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
but now that Latoya is going to cancel Mardi Gras, what the hell?
yeah, she's in, you know.
Yeah,
So,
it's-
but I think I have it worked out for those 3 days anyway, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, come back Friday.
I'd have to arrange for oxygen in the hotel.
Oh, yeah, you can't carry that with you for sure, yeah.
If she canceled Mardi Gras, that'd be, she would never run. I don't think she'd win for mayor again.
Well, she
I-
can't.
I-
This is her
it's so I don't know what she's trying to do by doing that.
she's in her second term. She can't get reelected anyway.
Oh, I got you. So
I think she's
gonna-
I
playing
know, but
politics.
you can't cancel. I mean, the city would lose so much money.
She is playing politics with Mardi Gras and trying to get more funding for the police and or whatever she wants, you know.
They don't. She wants the police to wear shirts and grow facial hair.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's a little nutty.
Shit, I can't grow head hair.
Yeah, me too.
Me either.
Maybe they need to restart recruiting older cops.
Yeah, that would be great. I could go back on the beat.
Yeah.
I remember those cops on Bourbon Street. They were great. We could do no wrong.
Yeah. Well, you didn't want to get sideways with them, you know.
No, I'm just saying that when we threw people out and stuff, it was
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
But you know what? That didn't happen that frequently, throwing people out.
Of the mustache?
Yeah.
No, not that often. But when we did, the police
yeah, we
were there
threw a lot
quick.
of Norwegian sailors out.
And
Once
little
a month, maybe once a month. I can remember. You
Yeah.
know.
And remember that French warship, the Jeanne d'Arc? I don't know if it was a warship or a merchant ship. And all those little French guys came in. I think we threw about a dozen of them. And they kept jumping back in through the window. And I'm not a big guy, but I was bigger than all those French sailors. They were
Sorry, you remember that time? There was 4 guys with French hunting horns came up and played quartet. They were fabulous.
I don't remember that, Peter. I might have been drunk.
They were facing, their backs were facing us, so we could hear the French horn bell was facing the crowd. And they just played their ass off in 4-part harmony.
I don't remember that, Peter.
they came into the club and did that.
Yeah, on stage.
I must have missed that one.
Hey, Barry,
Yeah,
if Dottie finds out anything, send me an email, will you, please?
I sure will.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what if y'all they had quite a few choices. I mean, everything from Delta, United, you know, depending on how much you wanted to spend from New Orleans to Newark.
Well,
But
you see, that's the thing.
You can't hardly get anything.
You take Delta or Southwest, it's $800 flight. You go with Breeze, it's $180 flight.
Mhm.
You know, and all of them are add-ons. If you bring a bag, that's extra money.
Yeah,
Take a seat, that extra money. You know,
You got a banjo.
yeah.
and a banjo, that's extra money.
Mhm. Did anybody find out if you get extra nights at the reunion if you still get the $159?
No, you don't. You do not. I found that out.
Okay.
It's a $200 rate on if you get there a night early, a night later.
Okay. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 159, something like that.
Right.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing, but I know you said y'all were planning to go on Sunday.
I'm like,
And
Hey,
Mike,
guys.
Howdy, Mike?
It
Hey,
might
Mike.
be Monday now because of costs. It might be Monday.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Mike?
Not a whole lot. Now I lost the picture. I don't know what happened.
No, we see you.
Let me see what I'm doing wrong here. Okay. How you guys?
Pretty
Hey.
good.
That was a lot of fun having Neil DeFeo on last week, a newcomer.
Yeah. It was good to see Neil.
You know, it was good. You know, let those newcomers do their talking their first time on Zoom. We all know each other's stories on here now.
Mhm.
Yeah, Neil had some great stories, man, going back to this to the early days of the mustache. He's an interesting guy. I was back in college about 25 years ago, and I had a management class, and there was a case study in there. It said it quoted Neil DeFeo, CEO of Procter and Gamble,
Hmm.
and so that was a case study we dealt with. And then I saw him at Sacramento Jazz Festival. A few
Well,
months
you were at his house. Snake, you were at his house.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Peter, you were at his
Yeah,
house.
In fact,
I
he
mean,
invited.
That
he
was some
invited all of us.
shack, huh?
Ooh,
Look, we were in his guest house,
I
Billy
know.
and Tom.
I
His
know.
Yeah.
guest house makes the houses on St. Charles Avenue look small.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a good video on that of YouTube of the jam session in his backyard that afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
His backyard is a private beach.
Yeah,
White sand.
Mexico.
well, he did invite us all to go. Don't you remember
Yeah.
last week?
yeah. He said, "Come back anytime." Well,
Yeah.
come back sometime.
Yeah.
Look, I remember you invited us, and there's three of us here. I can't bullshit because I'm looking at three people that were there. We walk in, they had these little guys with white coats on and black ties passing hors d'oeuvres and drinks. Remember that?
Yeah, and a great barbecue, a big food layout,
Yeah.
an incredible place. That was the guest house. He said was 5,000 square feet. His main house is 10,000, and he owns a lot in between that's beautifully landscaped. So
Pool, a swimming pool, tennis courts.
yeah,
You don't
Hey,
have a
Tom.
in your backyard? Come
What?
on.
Well,
No.
he sent a trolley down for it.
Really?
well, that was a trolley that runs up and down the highway in Clearwater, Florida, all the time. And I don't know if Schiavone rented that or if Neil rented it or what, but yeah, that was an interesting ride up and back in the trolley. It was a
Yeah,
nice
I
day.
remember that. I remember that.
Well, as successful as he was, is in his life, it's funny when he talked so much about the mustache being a big part of everything. You know?
Yeah. I think we all feel that way.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
who else do you Zoom with on a Friday afternoon? It's none of your other people you worked with.
It's true.
I remember Fred Hendricks saying, he said, by working at the mustache, that ruined his life because he never could find a job as good as that.
yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, Tom, remember that picture I sent you that you put up last week? Pete wasn't on last week, so he didn't see that.
Yeah, I'll put it back up, but I
Okay.
just showed it to Pete
When we
because
get- Okay, cool.
yeah, because it's a great picture of him. That's not it. That's not it. Florida Mustache Band.
It is.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, it is.
Peter, you look straight in that picture for a change.
it was before I started drinking that day.
Oh, okay.
So, what colors were in those vests?
Red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah.
We still can't figure out why washboard player has white pants.
That's Peter Babcock. And that's the way he did things.
Is Mike's banjo a see-through banjo?
No, he's just got a plastic head on.
He had a clear head on.
Yeah. I mean,
He's trying to get a
see-through,
clear head for a long time, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. I didn't know either that or he had the banjo made of the same material as his vest.
No, he just got a. I've got my Vega's got a clear head on it.
Now, who was the trombone player?
Harold Johnson.
They
Yeah.
call it H.
Both Mike Gentry and Harold Johnson came out of Denver. They were working at the Mustache in Denver when I started there in 1970.
And I was with H in New York with Danny and Joe Terra.
Mhm.
Yeah, and H did more than 30 years in the Grand Floridian Orchestra at Disney World in Florida, and they lost that gig when the pandemic hit and stuff. But he's still playing. He's a great player and a really nice guy, and they've got a band down there now. I forget what they call it, but it's mostly guys from the Grand Floridian Orchestra.
Yes. The Palm Beach Society Orchestra.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I read about Disney yesterday that they're really increasing prices.
Yeah,
Well, then I'm saving even more money by not going there.
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah.
And what they're also doing is cutting the benefits to the retirees. And I can't even, used to have a main gate pass. Anytime you want to do it, you just go in. Now you have to make a reservation. And if there's room, they'll let you in. If you even have reservations and you show up, they'll say, sorry, no room for you. They're catering only to the people that buy their tickets
Hmm.
to get in.
Wow.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I heard you played River Point.
Yeah.
Molly doesn't like me, so I didn't get invited.
No, I was wondering why you weren't there. And then I was thinking maybe it was maybe you were out of town at a beer can collection or something. For some reason I remembered that. Yeah, it was nice. It was just Molly and John and Donna and Jim Coleman and me. It's a nice evening, but that may be my last gig ever. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Molly and I are on the outs.
Oh well, everybody gets on the outs with her now and then, but I get along with her for the most part. It's real good. It was a fun gig. It's interesting, Molly, that we're Molly Kaufman that Snake and I are talking about went to high school in New England with Neil DeFeo and his brother. I forget his brother's name, but she went to high school with him many moons ago.
So what is Molly? She
Golf.
owns a club or something, or?
No, Molly Kaufman's her name. She's a piano player and singer. She was really well known in the ragtime circuit for years, about 20, 25 years ago. And she plays a lot of things around town now with single gigs or duos or a couple other things at nursing homes and things. And from time to time gets a gig for a banjo band with 5 or 6 pieces. And been doing stuff with her and Snake and others for 7 or 8 years when they come up.
Mm. Yeah, I just didn't know who she was. So how did you get out on the outs with us, Nate? What'd you do, man?
Damn if I know.
Yeah. Anyway, did
The
I haven't
tuba player Jim Coleman, and we're thinking about rooming together in New Haven if I can get there.
yeah, Jim was getting on pretty regular for a while, but we haven't seen him in several months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him about that, and I forget what he said about why he hadn't been on for a while, but he's
busy all the time.
he's planning on going to the reunion, but he's a little concerned about air ticket being canceled at the last minute and other things. So
Yeah.
I heard from him yesterday, email, and we got to get together and get something reserved.
Yeah.
Jim's a good guy and he's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw him play, but he has a great speaking voice. When he was on the meetings, I kept thinking he should be an announcer somewhere.
He's got about a 4-octave singing range.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a great voice, good tuba player. He's also a good piano player and he's very involved in organ society stuff, theater organs, church organs, and things. Very involved in that.
Wow.
Sexual organs.
Mm-hmm.
You play that?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, here's another picture that Roger sent last week.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
That must be the first group at New Orleans, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. That looks like New Orleans Club.
I don't recognize anybody.
Here's Roger. That's it.
Roger.
Well, that very
Roger.
Oh, yeah, I see Roger.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one I recognize.
Yeah, I know it was before my time for sure. That the Confederate flag kind of gives it away as far as what club it is.
Yeah.
It must have been around Mardi Gras, I'm assuming.
But the one sitting right next to Roger is dressed like Uncle Sam. And the
I
guy with the
guess.
hat, the guy with the hat all the way to the left, he looks
Yeah, I
like
see him. Yeah, I see him.
Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recognize any of those faces. Like Roger's gonna have to get on and tell us who they are.
Yeah, I'll bring it back when Roger shows up.
That was a good shot. I never saw that picture.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I don't guess Marty has updated who all said they're gonna go yet, to the. I think there was 22 employees plus, I guess about 10, 15 dates. The last time I saw the list.
Well, that'd be a nice party with 30 people.
Mhm.
And I was assuming some more people might get in there.
Here's something else Roger sent, which was the clubs. Head office in Chicago for the Western Division.
Mhm.
Philadelphia, Cape Cod, Boston, New York.
Is that all mustache clubs or red garter clubs?
No, that was all mustache clubs, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Funny thing is now seeing the New Orleans phone number, I remember it. You know, having to call them down there every once in a while.
we never had a Red Garter Club.
Let's see. Well, that didn't have. Also, that didn't show Blackpool or Brussels or
No,
Vancouver.
Well, that was way before Brussels and Blackpool and Vancouver because it's showing Philadelphia, St. Louis, and Chicago on there, and they were closed by 1970 when I started.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to like when John Murata was in. I believe it was him talking about them trying to get the thing started up in Chicago with the mob and all that, having to deal with them. You know.
it was on Rush Street. I've been in it.
See, I asked Joel one time when he opened up in New Orleans how to work with the mob because the mob owned Bourbon Street.
Mhm.
And Joel told me, he said they thought I was one of them.
Yeah. Well, you know, your name's Schiavone and you're in the junkyard business. That'll be about right, right?
I guess.
Except in New Orleans, it seems like you're Italian and you're in a garbage collection business.
Anybody talk to Gentry lately?
I tried calling him today and I didn't get an answer.
You know, I know we know Danny's planning to go, and I guess he's going to bring his girlfriend and Roger. Has he committed, or he's going to go or not to the reunion?
I don't know.
I kind of think Roger will go, but
Well, he's got to fly from Phoenix. They used to have that sheet of it. Here's the attendees.
Well, I hope Roger does go. I mean, he was a big part of the mustache, you know.
He is not.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than us, we got Dalton Diamond, Jeff Grosser, H. Petricelli, John Rogers. I don't know him.
here's a picture from the last reunion.
Yeah.
Good old John. Man, when John and and Jeff were on. I didn't say a thing.
Funny people.
Yeah, they were great.
Who's the lady that's all the way to the right of the picture, smiling in?
I think that's Susan McCullum. She was a dancer in New York at the New York Club early on, and she lived in San Francisco for years. Taught voice and how to do voiceover things, and did a lot of voiceover commercials and stuff. And now she lives in Puerto Vallarta, but she gets the emails. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's Susan.
Okay. Yeah, because I met a few guys that weren't in the band. They were like worked at the Boston Club. I talked with him and his wife at the thing, but I can't even remember his name now. There was just a smattering of people that just showed up at the reunion. That were it was heavy with the band members, but there was a lot of other employees too at the 50th.
At Carnegie.
Yeah.
I think all of us here made Carnegie. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know that David Krippner said, I don't know, he's kind of on and off. I kind of thought he sounded like he might want to try to make the reunion. He's halfway there from where he is. It would be like about a 10-hour drive, or fly, whatever, Because I thought about driving, and I can make Knoxville in 11 hours, and then I'd be in New Haven in 11 more hours. But I don't mind driving that far, but my vision's not been really good lately, and I don't think it'll be fixed before then.
There's Jeff,
Joel and Jeff.
Mike behind him.
Yeah.
Gentry even had his hair combed.
I see that.
Yeah, I didn't know Jeff from Adam at the 50th at the Carnegie Hall thing. I wish I would have known him. In fact, I wish I would have known a lot of you guys from before. I would have had a chance to chat with y'all. But there were so many people there.
I just
And
remember
Steve.
Snake from because Kent stayed with you.
Yeah. Kent, Mike, and I.
And Jeff Olstein, I had played with him every weekend. We would play up at Lake Compounds in Connecticut.
Oh God,
And
all I ever heard from Jeff was Lake Compound.
yeah, and every break we take, we ride that wooden roller coaster 2 or 3 times.
It's still
A
there, I
lot
think.
of drunks, local drunks there.
How far out of New York City is Lake Compounds?
Oh, about an hour and a half, maybe, not that far.
What direction is it towards? Is it
North,
towards New Haven?
yeah.
Huh.
Northeast, I guess.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off. I've been having some stomach problems the last couple of days and not feeling real good. I just wanted to come on and say hi and
Okay, thanks for
I'll
coming,
catch
Mike.
up with you next week.
See you, Mike.
Yeah,
All right,
Mike.
Mike.
I
Have
hope
a good
you
one.
feel better.
Thanks for
Feel
coming.
better,
Thanks for
man.
coming on.
Guys, I'm gonna take off too.
We got a
Okay,
small
Pete.
crowd today, huh?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
good
right, Pete,
stereo.
thanks for showing up.
You're welcome. See ya.
Okay, Pete. Take care, man.
Yeah. Be safe.
Okay, you too.
I've been out getting laminate samples for my basement. I got that flood, So getting ready to get started on that.
What are you getting for the basement?
Laminate, wood laminate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, something that don't get, when it gets wet, it doesn't bother it, huh?
Very true. But,
Yes, are you getting the vinyl stuff?
no, I'm getting wood laminate.
Oh, okay.
You can get that stuff wet and you don't have to take it up,
Yeah.
But
My basement, I bought these carpet tiles, which
yeah.
you see behind me, from Amazon, and they just stick. And if it ever gets wet, they're just gonna come up. and I'll throw them away. But they're not very thick, but they've been down for about a year and they worked out pretty good because it was cheap.
Well, I had a double whammy. I had a leak and I also had a sewer backup.
Yeah. Well, if I had a sewer backup, that carpet would be gone.
Everything was gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to start the whole basement is carpet's gone.
Yeah.
And I got a big basement. It's probably 1,200 square feet.
Wow.
Well, this is one of our informal reunions. Sometimes we all got together, just went down to the old your father's mustache and ate on the balcony.
Uh-huh.
Makes me hungry seeing those French fries.
Yeah. The food wasn't bad. In fact, I don't know. We kind of enjoyed getting out there.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Where's Rick today?
I don't know.
He didn't say anything. Yeah. I don't know.
David Krippner's busy with buying furniture or something. Gims at his granddaughter's birthday. That's the only people I heard from.
Yeah. And Ira's going to show up at about 20 till, and he's going to say, only 4 people here.
Yeah.
Probably right. Roger usually is on too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
usually late too, but
Yeah, Roger got in late last week, and then we couldn't hear him for the first 20 minutes. He had something wrong with his microphone.
See, look, I got up to New York, and Ira was the first time I went to New York. He was a bartender, but when I went back again to play in the club, he was the manager, and he was a good manager. Ira was a very good manager. Came up through the ranks. He was a co-manager. Him and Little Ira, the 2 Iras were co-managers.
yeah, but I can see that could be a problem because you could just say, well, Ira told me I could do it. And I didn't tell you.
But everybody called them Big Ira and Little Ira.
Mm,
Everybody, you always put that in front of their names so you knew who you were talking about. They did a good job,
Well, little Ira's supposed to be there at the reunion too, I think, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw his name on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, but they did a good job.
Let me find some more pictures.
So I was just okay. Oh, I got pictures. You want me to put pictures?
Yeah, if you got them.
Oh yeah. I don't even. Some of these I know everybody's seen before.
I got a Sonny Helmer one ready.
That's an old New Orleans one.
That's Roger.
Yeah. Do you know any of the band members, Barry, from there?
It's hard for me to see them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it all full screen, so I don't know.
Yeah, the only person I recognize is Roger.
The guy in the back, would that might be Bruce O'Neill with the banjo?
It's hard for me to see.
Oh, okay.
It could be, but that's pretty far back.
Yeah, but the costumes are a little bit different with those hats. So,
That was such a nice truck, though.
boy, I love that fire engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's a Sonny Helmer. I don't know who else it is.
That's Denver, isn't it?
That's no, I don't think so. That looks like Jerry Goodnight on the right.
Yeah, those chairs definitely look like they came out one of the clubs.
Jerry Goodnight was the first guy I ever heard play lead banjo in a Mustache Club.
I played with him quite a bit.
Ira, you're early.
I played more with
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Ira, we're just talking
Hey,
about
Ira.
you. You're early today.
Yeah, because I gotta leave a few minutes early.
Oh,
Everybody's
shit.
leaving.
We saw that
Yeah,
picture, I think,
Ira.
last week.
Did we? Okay, well, I'll get another different one.
Barry, did Danny speak to you about
Yeah,
going to New Haven?
he said you got a direct flight from your house right into New Haven.
I do. Yeah, but he wanted to know about transportation from New York to New Haven. I told him Gim would probably know best.
Well, we're working on all that. Danny and Dottie are working on all of it right
Okay, yeah, I can fly from Fort Myers right into New Haven. I
You
can't
lucky.
believe it.
now. You're lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
How much is
Very,
the
very
flight?
lucky.
Just
He
out of
had a
curiosity.
real tough time.
The airline, I think, is Brand X.
Brand X.
Yeah.
Well, just out of curiosity, how much does it cost?
It's gonna cost me round trip $3.25.
Okay.
That's nothing.
Wow. Cost me more than that to drive there and back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I was just curious because it might be. I found a flight that goes from New Orleans to Newark, but then you still have to take the train from Newark to New Haven.
well, that's what he was asking. Dan was asking, can you take it? Oh, no, he was talking about flying into Westchester County Airport. Can you take a train? I don't know.
No, but that's probably what we're gonna do. The last time I looked, going to
Mhm.
Westchester Airport, and then you rent not rent a limousine guy in a Suburban will drive you to New Haven.
Danny didn't want to drive. He said it was going to cost like $100 a day for a car.
Or a rent-a-car. This is not a rent-a-car. It is like a shuttle service.
Okay, I know nothing about that.
Yeah,
Well,
in other words, a limousine guy in a Suburban will drive us to New Haven for a couple of $100
Mm-hmm.
From where, Barry?
from Westchester Airport or whatever it's called to
Westchester County Airport, yes.
Westchester County Airport. It's about an hour ride to New Haven.
Is that from
From Westchester Airport to New Haven is about an hour by car. And this guy has a Suburban. Well, it's a company. And he's got Suburbans and you rent the Suburban. You don't rent the car. This guy will drive you.
Right.
where's Westchester?
That
Where's-
costs a couple hundred
About an
bucks.
hour out of New Haven.
Yeah.
Now
I think it's a little more than an hour.
What city?
Now I looked
Uh,
at that and they said that you can get a train
know.
too, but you have to take a bus to get to the train from the airport there. So it's
But what city is Westchester?
Oh, I don't know what city it's in. It's
I think
Westchester
it's
County,
still-
but I don't know. Is it Scarsdale or? I don't
No,
know.
It starts with a W, just like Westchester.
yeah, I think it's in New York still. I think
Hold
it's
on,
not
I'll
even
look it
in
up. I'll look
Connecticut.
it up right now.
Well, like I said, guys, if you find out anything, Mike. send
Yeah,
it.
I'll send you whatever I get. You're just interested in the connections from Newark Airport to the trains?
Oh, Barry, you were right. It's White Plains.
Yeah.
White Plains?
Big Plains.
Yeah, it's in White
White
Plains.
But I knew it started with a W.
Well,
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been to
shit,
White
why can't
Plains.
I get back on now? There we go.
Are you working on two computers or one?
One, I screwed it up. Okay.
I didn't know you were that computer literate, Ira. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I am. There we go. Yeah, it's in you were right, White Plains.
And from White Plains, this guy will take in his Suburban from White Plains to New Haven for a couple $100 before
One way, right?
one way. Then a couple $100 back.
Yeah. Well, it'll be cheaper. Leave Danny up there.
Well,
Leave Danny in New Haven.
because we're having such a tough time getting up there, he wants to back out.
Really? Why? Why don't you just
Oh, man,
fly into New York and Newark and take a train right to New Haven?
Well, it's not that easy.
No?
Yeah, because to get to the train, you need to get a cab to the train and all that. And all those costs start adding up.
Hmm.
And Danny's saying, "Oh man, I could go to Guatemala for this amount." and all that stuff. You
Maybe
know,
he could take his sailboat up the Hudson.
Yeah.
maybe so.
Oh, wow, look at that picture.
The little-
Bob Adams, Christine Banu.
I tell you
Is that
what,
Is that Hoyt Corey?
yes.
And who's the tuba player?
What's his name? Balkans? No,
Bob Balkin.
Don't know him. But I know Hoyt.
but Christine got her money's worth out of that dress. She wore it every gig.
Did she?
Yeah.
And I worked with her. Every gig I worked with her for 4 months.
Mhm. Well, she's got the
Wow.
legs for it, for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Bob Balkin played in Chicago, didn't he?
Maybe it's not Bob Balkans.
Didn't look like him to me.
I have no idea who it is.
Christine, that's the ultimate picture of Christine. That's how she looked right there.
She got
Yeah.
good, nice figure.
Did she have like the Princess Leia haircut all the time? I
No,
mean, her hair-
no,
No.
she usually had her hair down long.
Mm, all right. Of course, I guess this way she don't have to worry about snagging it in the trombone.
The guy all the way on the right, Bob Adams, he was my first full-time band leader with mustache.
I'd like to know who that tuba player is.
It's kind of nice having the mustache cover over the tuba bell too.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
And the funny thing is, okay, so Bob ended up being the band leader of New York. And Danny was the tuba player along with Joe Terra and H.
Mhm.
And Danny got it up, and Ira was the manager, the two Iras. So Danny gets an opportunity to go with Eddie Davis to play at the Red Garter in Florence that summer. So he goes and plays in Florence. So Bob Adams, the band leader, hired Davy Lou to play the tuba. Davy Lewis, remember him, Ira?
I sure do. Didn't he wind up working at Disneyland?
I don't know. So David Lou was playing,
Oh,
and Bob liked Davy Lou, even though he was he liked little boys or whatever. I don't know. He was
yeah. That's why he went to Disneyland.
yeah, he was out there.
Oh,
So Danny comes back, and Bob says, "You lost your job, Danny, because you went to Red Garter in Florence, Italy." And the Iris took up for Danny and said, "No, Danny's got his job back."
Yeah.
So Danny got his job back. Well, Bob Adams, the leader, got pissed. He was my first band leader. He's a good friend of mine. He got pissed, so he ends up quitting. And Danny and Ira called me to come up there and be the band leader in New York. That's
It wound up very well, too.
and
Everything wound up good.
oh, it wound up good. But you talk about musical chairs. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was probably in all the clubs. They probably moved around.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Here
there's
comes Roger.
there's Neil in the back.
Neil, yeah,
yeah.
shows, who is that, Peter's in the back too, between,
Is that part of Peter back there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a
Hey,
good
Roger.
Oh, Roger's here. Oh, there's Roger. Hey, Roger.
Yeah.
shot. Say,
There I am.
Roger.
I wish Neil DeFeo was going to make the reunion.
What's going on?
Well,
Anything
There
exciting?
you go.
We're just putting pictures up, looking at them.
Yeah, there's some pictures.
That Joan in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's his name in the back?
That's an old picture. Yeah.
Danny, Barry, who's the guy next to you?
Shoot, I can't think of his name. He was from Atlanta, but he worked with the Mustache and the Red Garter for a long
Oh,
time.
oh.
Can't
And
think-
who's behind him?
Danny, Condry,
That's Dennis, what's his name?
Condry,
Yeah, Dennis
Conry?
from Denver.
Okay.
That's Dennis Conry?
Condrey. Dray.
Condre.
I
Oh,
played with him.
I thought,
two
I don't
weeks
remember
ago.
him.
Played him 2 weeks ago.
Roger, you see who's all the way to the left?
What's going on? Did you, what was that?
The guy all the way to the left. You recognize him?
Is that Dr. Diamond?
Yep,
No. Is it?
yep, it is.
behind him is Mike Johnson.
That's the
Yeah.
last time. That's the last time we all got together in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Ah.
Oh. Yeah.
Dr. Diamond loves to go to this.
Next to Joan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Punta Gorda in the back dressing room.
what's that, 2016?
Could be.
Yeah, because that's the year I moved to Florida and I just missed it. I moved here in June.
Do you miss the East Coast? Upper East Coast?
Not at all. No.
Yeah,
Nope, I don't miss the potholes and the snow and the rain. The only thing I miss
Yeah.
is the food.
that's true. That's true. We
That's
get some
it.
good seafood down there.
I don't eat seafood.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like seafood.
Yeah, Tom, maybe Roger can tell us who was in that picture that you put up earlier. None
Yeah,
of
I
us.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's Tom.
Oh, okay. Here it comes.
Roger will know him.
Oh, yes. This is the era when Joe was all hep about everybody dressing in costumes because of the Jackie Gleason, Joe the Bartender's band did this, and he thought it was a great hit. And every time he thought something was exciting to do, he said, "Hey, Roger, why don't you do this?" So we did this in New Orleans, and this is a crew of waiters and bartenders. This era didn't last very long because nobody took care of their uniforms very well. They got very dirty and thrown in the lockers or whatever. And that was I'm trying to think when this was taken. This was taken before I went to New York. So this was in probably the late 60s, maybe early 70s.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of those folks. None of them were working when I started.
When did you start?
I
Bill?
started in Mardi Gras 71.
Yeah, so this was in 69 or 70 probably. Yeah, it was an interesting career. I can't remember all these people. The guy, the Uncle Sam uniforms, Dave, he became a doctor. And when I had to go to Blackpool and work for a while, and he met me over there. He was over there hanging out. And so we got together with some of the Blackpool gang and went out and drank a lot of Guinness and lost our minds. He was a good guy. And it's Howie Weinberg was way up in the back.
Don't know it. That's New Orleans, I assume, right?
He has that hat on next to the rebel flag. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be New Orleans with the rebel flag up there.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? We had the rebel flag. Not only did we have the rebel flag, we had all the flags from the Confederacy hanging up around the club. We thought that was good to sell beer, I guess. You couldn't do that today. Not a
Nope.
good idea. Not a good idea. But
Huh.
yeah, that was a fun time period. See, I was probably one of the luckiest guys to work with your father's mustache. I worked for 10 years for Joel, and I went around to every club to work when I was helping get open or as a general manager. So I got to know musicians from everywhere and
Mhm.
listen to them and meet all the different staff at all the clubs, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got to fire a lot of them too.
Yeah, I did that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. The biggest, oddest time I had to fire someone, I put this guy named Ron Manuel. He was my assistant manager in Denver. And I was traveling around from New Orleans to St. Louis to Denver, like a district I was in charge of. And so I put him out there, but I stayed in New Orleans. So I get a call from Joel. He had talked to Dana Crawford, and John Crawford, who
Oh,
developed
wow.
Marvin Square. And they said, you got a problem in your club there. And Joe said, what's the, someone's selling pot out of the basement. So Joe calls me up and tells me the situation. He said, what? What the fuck? I was thinking to myself, that's not even common sense. Someone down the street somewhere, selling the basement of your business. So I had to go out and get rid of him.
Yeah,
I
but
took
did you
Fred
buy
along
some
with me.
pot from him before you fired him?
What's that now?
Did you buy some pot from him before you
Oh,
fired
no,
him?
no. I never had to buy pot.
So,
was on
so
the
Roger,
gorillas.
you think at New Haven, they're gonna let you sing Ace in the Hole with the band?
Oh, there you go.
I remember you used to get up and sing Ace in the Hole every once in a while.
Yeah, that was a fun song. I like that song.
Yeah.
You know, there's another song called Ace in the Hole. It's by God, one of the country western singers. It's similar, but it means the same thing. It's a little more up tempo.
Yeah.
I'll find it and I'll post it some week when
I
I
used, to,
get.
I used to like it. I liked how they let the waiters and different people do a specialty song, if you wanted to work up something with the band at the
Yeah,
club.
yeah. We didn't do a specialty song at the last reunion.
Yes, we did.
No, they didn't even let us on stage at the last reunion.
No, but we did the routine in the audience.
Right.
Yeah, we
And,
stayed in the audience and did it.
yeah.
If I want to sing, I want to be on stage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
none of the secondhand shit.
Yeah. Now, remember, they thought at first that we might be able to get out there on the stage, so I remember looking around and finding some white breeches. They said, bring some white breeches and they'll have the vest for us. So white shirt. Yeah. I still got them. I haven't worn them. I never wear white pants. I've never had to wear them. So I still got a pair of white pants hanging in my closet, so.
You got a uniform?
No, they just asked us to bring white pants for when we went on stage at Carnegie,
Oh,
when they were going to let us do it. And then they changed their mind at the last minute.
Well,
yeah,
you
who
did
did,
that, you
who
did
made
that
that?
seaside medley.
The hell's going on?
Yeah, right. The mermaid,
Right.
Your father's mustache was a whole field of different people doing different things that made it work. It was a
Oh, yeah.
band, the waiters around, the decor of the room, the whole. You had to have the whole ball game. I mean, look at the Red Garter. They started it, but they didn't develop it after a while. They couldn't keep it going because we put them out of business.
Yeah.
We did a lot stronger marketing program than they did.
We had a good location too on Bourbon Street,
Yeah, the heart of Bourbon Street, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
couldn't get a better location, I don't think.
Hey,
I don't-
Tom, show Roger that picture you put up early, Dream Room.
Okay, give me a second.
This one came across the internet last week, Roger. I'd never seen it.
Is this the Dream Room or the Silver Slipper?
Dream Room.
Dream Room.
Okay.
It's before that had a
Geez,
second story. Yeah.
Yeah, last week we saw the picture you sent in the Silver Slipper, but this is the same
Right.
building, but it looks different.
Here it comes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I looked it up. It's a famous place. In Cajun history, it was where Jack Teagarden played his last concert, whoever Jack Teagarden was.
Right.
Big band.
Very
Yeah.
famous trombonist.
Yeah.
That was
Is that your father's
You
mustache
can
next
see-
to it?
No,
that's your father's mustache. And they
Before
put the
had a second-
they put the second story on. They put the balcony on.
Yeah, we put the balcony all the way over and put some doors to come out on the balcony.
Mhm.
I don't know who designed it, but they did it when they changed it, but they did a good job of developing it for the mustache real good.
Mm.
I've seen pictures of the inside of the Dream Room. It's just what you imagine in that time period, all the red leather seats and everything.
Roger, had you ever seen this shot? Because I hadn't.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen this one?
Uh-huh. I try to You know, I try to go deeper into the farthest I could find so far is going back to the Silver Slipper, which was before the Dream Room. I don't know.
Roger, I was reading the history of New Orleans book, and they talked about the Mustache Address as it was run by a black guy as a black undertaker. It was the first black undertaker, and he was working out of that
He
shop.
worked on Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like the turn of the century.
Maybe that's why the club was haunted.
Maybe that's why the place had a lot of stiffs in.
Yeah.
Oh, they had spirit. Yeah, there's. Well,
No, we used to swear that place. We would sit around some nights drinking after work, and the pictures would rearrange themselves on the wall.
Oh yeah,
like that. It was like,
there were spirits in there running around.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now we know.
Sometimes I'd be there late at night, just a couple of us, just taking care of all the cash and putting it away. All of a sudden you hear stuff, all right, nobody else is in here. Walk out the main room looking around.
Yeah.
That was great. And a couple times people would bring their pellet guns in and wait for rats to run across the bar and try to shoot them.
Yeah.
In endless excitement when it was open or closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Well, we had
magical place.
We had two cats. They must not have been real effective,
Yeah.
Of course, Ludi, with them short legs he had, he couldn't. Probably his effectiveness was cut back by the short. He looked like a little bunny rabbit. Remember,
did.
his front paws were like this,
I have
Ludi
a
and Gretchen.
picture of him
Gretchen
somewhere
was
standing up like
yeah.
In New
What's the
York,
funniest-
we had rhubarb. Ira.
rhubarb.
Rhubarb did a good job. That cat is probably still alive.
I remember rhubarb.
Russell fed him well.
Yeah, the funniest when I saw the cat on Bourbon Street, I'd come to work and out front with Lucian would be standing
Oh, wow.
leaning against a mop or something, and the damn cat would be standing up next to him, and the tourists would be taking pictures of him.
Mhm.
That's
Look
the
at that
beginning.
car. That car.
Yeah. That's when it Mustache first opened down there.
Yeah, it had to
Does
be
it have-
early '60s there.
Yeah,
But you can see the original building to the left, and then there's a crease there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the rest of the building, they added all that. Yeah.
They did a great job of tying that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the intellect, that other door to the right.
And then it became Andy's and then Clarity, huh?
Right, right. The intellect was very interesting. It was more of just a drinking bar for a lot of people at the Mustache Court drink there all the time.
Yeah.
It was a jam session room also. When the club started closing, people would just show up with their instrument or whatever. Somebody start playing. Next guy would pull out a horn, and it's full of interesting late night. It's one of those late night things.
Yeah.
And Joe Bibbs was the
Okay,
owner.
guys, I gotta run. I got somewhere to go. Listen,
Oh.
I'm gonna miss the next two meetings. I'm gonna be in Hawaii for a couple of weeks.
Good for you.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
open
going
a
to Hawaii?
mustache there. Yeah, I'm going there. We'll open a mustache there.
Have a good time.
Have a great time, man.
So I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.
All
All
right.
right, Ira.
Take care,
Bye,
guys.
Ira.
You're gonna get laid there?
Yeah, as soon as we get off the plane.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Is there a list of people coming to this thing for the mustache in the fall?
Yeah, Marty sent out something a couple weeks ago. I don't know if he's updated it.
Didn't
was
seem
like,
too many people
I
showing up.
think including dates and spouses and all, it was like 30 something people.
You going, Roger?
What's
Right.
that?
Are you going?
I'm working on it. I have trouble finding an airline. I won't get a direct flight.
I got the same problem.
That's
I
all
don't-
of us,
I
Roger.
don't want to fly into JFK for any
No,
reason at all.
I don't either.
And
That's all of us, Roger. We're all fighting it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
and,
tough.
and it's so damn expensive. You know, it's not like, we just flew to Myrtle Beach and, two of us, and, it's almost $800 or $900 a ticket, I think. It was just, we paid that because we stayed at my sister-in-law's house, so that was free to stay there. But, it was just too damn, it's expensive to fly today. You try to find these deals, and then you try to sign up for them, oh, they're full, or they changed it or whatever. It's not easy today to fly.
Well,
No,
you're
it's-
right, and we've been working on it for the last 3 days, Dottie and I and Danny.
Uh-huh.
The only reason why we're content trying to persevere is I was saying before you got on, I think this might be the last hurrah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
Joe's,
I think it's the last time we're all gonna get together because we ain't getting any younger, you know? And I'm
Dan.
trying to make it. I really am. I'm trying hard to make it, you know?
yeah,
I
yeah,
got,
I have been too. I just can't, put the, you don't, can't get any help today. Used to fly somewhere, and the guy at one plane hook you up to the next airline, et cetera, it'd all be done. Today, you just gotta do everything on your own, almost.
Right.
And it's-
another complication with this.
Yeah,
so it's-
yeah.
Hey, guys, I gotta go because I'm supposed to go with my wife.
Okay,
But
we'll
stay
see y'all
on as
later.
long as you want, and
See
it'll
y'all
I'll cut
next
it off when I
week.
get home. See you next
See
week.
y'all
see y'all
next
next
week.
week.
Okay.
All right,
Bonsoir.
take care.
Okay, Roger. Thank y'all.
All right. Ding dong.
Ding dong.